guys.
Hi, what's up?
We're great. पहले तो सबसे पहले बचाओ. You have crazy fans, and
God.
we're going mad. We're going absolutely crazy because आपके fans ने हमको पागल कर दिया है.
Literally पागल कर दिया. We love all of you.
That is so sweet.
They are absolutely beautiful. They're amazing. For the last 4 weeks now, we've been hosting your fans every weekend.
Yeah.
Every weekend for something or the other, and they are just fabulous. So tonight, Hamara tonight or Aapka tomorrow morning, we're hosting a watch party for your special episode, I guess.
Yes.
So they are registered, they're ready to go, they're bringing their, whatever else, and they're all set for a 6 a.m. drop.
This is so exciting,
yeah. This
is crazy exciting. But remember one thing: Hotstar USA gets a pat, a little pat. I mean, we call it the airport pat. Hotstar India drops at 6 a.m. India time, but Hotstar USA takes maybe 10 minutes more to get the episode up. Always late. We call it the quintessential airport pat, but they get it up. So we'll start a little late, but fans are gonna be there. They're all watching it together because they're so excited for this episode.
I'll tell you something.
This is gonna be.
There's obviously because you put it across like that. So the pressure.
ये तो बेचारा पार्टी सुन के खुश हो गया है कि पार्टी
मैं सिर्फ पार्टी के लिए खुश था. मुझे नहीं पता था कि उसके बाद इतना प्रेशर आने वाला है. After that, I'm like, oh my God, there's going to be a lot of pressure for us for moving forward. But I'll tell you what, we've worked in conditions which are not favorable.
Yeah.
We are working in a pandemic, yes, but even जहाँ जिस location पे थे वहाँ इतने पत्थर इतनी सारी चीजें थी, and obviously क्योंकि मंदिर था, we wanted to give that respect, so we both were barefoot.
Yeah.
We both were getting like pricked, and there's so many things that happen. These are just the little things of it, but the entire unit in that heat, in that sweat, and we both were not like. I mean, she was having a tough time with the whole weather and everything. I was having
भाई अपना बटन संभाल ले, पहले अपना बटन संभाल ले.
मेरा पता क्या हो रहा है?
तुम बटन खोलोगे, प्रॉब्लम हमको होती है फिर बाद में. We can't have the two fans.
ये बटन ना काम कर, वो वॉच पार्टी में जाके वहाँ खोलना.
By the way, दो लड़कियां तो मेरे ऑफिस में पागल हो गई हैं. 24/7 तुम्हारे फैंस को संभाल.
अभी I love you guys too. और इस टाइम अगर बटन खुलेगा तो खुलने दो.
तो अब तो मुझे भी शर्म आ रही है. Please. So listen, now I want to ask you some very, very important questions because we are literally we are overwhelmed with the content that your show has brought to us, literally, because आपके fans बहुत involved है आपके content के साथ, and I don't know how you want to do this, but I'm going to come with really heavy questions first. So this is going to be a difficult test. Is that okay?
All right.
No.
So firstly, your content is really good, and I think a lot of girls, a lot of fans also kind of align with it. So a lot of so what started happening was pehle to I think we got the fans got our attention with they were doing a challenge on Twitter singing your theme song. So I think a couple of them approached us and said, can we come and sing it on your radio show? And we said, fine, come on over. So they actually came and did that entire thing on our radio show. They actually came and sang on our show.
Wow.
And we gave them some time. And then while they were doing it, we asked them, so what makes you align with the show? And it turned out to be an hour of content. So what we did was we put it out together as a separate episode, and we put it out on a podcast as well. You can download it from Apple, Google, or Spotify. Right now, it's out there. So that was a super hit. They were, it was just amazing. But because of that alignment, they started coming back every week talking about not only what they saw in the episodes and what they aligned with and what they liked, what they didn't like. They started analyzing characters. They started looking at character drafts, and it was crazy because they're coming to it as a, like a PhD thesis, and we were stumped because you don't go this deep into characters of a ITV show. I mean, we've never seen that happen.
Yeah.
But literally, they're sitting there, and they're coming in panels. They created panels. Your fandom created panels. They middle of the night, because we record on Saturdays at like noon our time, which is like 12:31 a.m. your time. And they're coming in panels. They're doing this all organically. They're coming to record, and then they're doing character drafts, and then they're coming with social issues. So one weekend they came and they discussed domestic violence, because that was a week that domestic violence is discussed in your show, and that was crazy. And we ended up doing an entire hour of domestic violence. And that is a topic relevant to the Indian American community.
Absolutely,
here.
absolutely.
We have a lot of domestic violence happening here. We do get a lot of expats. We do get a lot of people coming in from India, from different stratas of the society, the engineers, the H-1Bs. And there's a big societal gap that we look at here as well. So domestic violence is a very prevalent issue here.
Absolutely.
Too. So our North American audience looks at that in a very serious manner too.
Absolutely. I'm so glad that people are like, voicing it, and people, are creators, they've made that one of the elements. And generally in, like you said, in ITV, everything as such happens, but it happens just to play to the galley, Here, it's very real. Like even if you see the taking, like even the shot taking, it's so real. And if I don't know if people noticed it so far, like when I was missing out. Generally, it's always the hero coming in and saving the heroine, and that whole
typical, totally.
But it was literally Anokhi saving Shaurya, and that's how it should be, because I think in the end, it's only the woman who saves a man. Let's be honest.
And they did an entire episode on why middle class girls are so demonized in Indian TV serials, and why that needs to change.
Every girl has a fighter within. Every girl can fight if they want to. किसी को दबके नहीं रहना चाहिए. If they should raise their voice if they think something is wrong, and अगर उनके खिलाफ कुछ होता है, and
absolutely.
That's what, every girl has that, fighter within themselves. Like they just need to open up, and they just need to let the world know, of what they can do.
So true. I mean, so this actually tells you how much you guys and the content that you guys have and your characters are resonating with your fans, and how they align with you. I mean, they're so emotional about your characters. The question I have is, how do you balance that and the TRPs? Because that's what your fans are most worried about.
See, I think, honestly, the TRP is balanced by the fans and the audience.
Yeah.
And the whole system, which I don't understand is, but it's there. But I just try balancing my performance, honestly. That's one of the things. And how we balance with fans, it's like, we try as much.
We try our best, like under,
a lot of circumstances.
Circumstances, like we do try our best, chahe kuch bhi ho jaye, so that people can relate to Shaurya and Anokhi.
And I think we also try like connecting with fans.
Yeah.
मतलब मुझे Twitter का बहुत शौक है, और मेरे fans को भी पता है.
More into Instagram.
हाँ, she's more into Instagram, and तो वैसा है. So we try to balance it.
Okay, fantastic. So my next question to you is, as a woman protagonist who's very different from, as other female protagonists. Sorry, I mean, I don't have the experience of going through a lot, but my team tells me that you're very different from other female protagonists that have ever been there on Indian television. And that's why you strike a chord with the millennial, Gen Z, now with the Corona, the people that have come to life during Corona are going to be called Coronials.
Really? Is there a term like that?
Yeah, there's a term called Coronials.
Seriously.
This point. So from that perspective, how do you see this? How do you see this catch on with mainstream? Because it's still not mainstream. When we see your character do something that's not mainstream, there is this friction even with the fans in terms of, why is she not crying? She's leaving her boyfriend. Why is she not crying? They don't align with that properly. They don't see the emotion. They don't see.
Yeah.
The stereotypical,
the stereotype is इसको तो रोना चाहिए, क्यों नहीं रो रही है?
सही बात है.
And we're like, अगर मेरा breakup होता, मैं तो dance कर रही होती disco में, वो कर रही है, वो ठीक कर रही है. But a lot of,
right?
है ना? This is what I do. मैं जितना बार breakup हुआ, मैं तो disco में जाके dance करके आई हूँ.
The character अनोखी मतलब ही unique है. Like people expect कि चलो अभी ये रोएगी, you know, she'll have different reactions to certain situations, but जैसे अनोखी का character दिखाया गया, like she's very mature and she always वो आगे की सोचते है कि अब आगे जाके क्या होगा. And she, you know, mostly you see protagonists think about, you know, वो सबके बारे में सोचता है. She also thinks about everyone else as well, but then she also knows कि reality क्या है and क्या होने वाला है. So there are certain times when you see people might expect Anokhi to react in a different way, but you know, this is her nature basically. So you know, she's mature. She handles situations, you know, maturely, and like
she's basically मतलब बहुत बुड्ढी है वैसे कहना चाहना mentally.
You know.
Okay, so but she has a point. You know that the maturity level that she has. And the courage.
Shaurya can, you know, behave like
a
kid sometimes. Ki, you know, ki, nahi, please don't do this. Please. She knows ki aage jaake kya hone wala hai. She's the one who makes him understand. Most of the times, ki, see, this is the reality. Come back to it. Even if it hurts, she won't show it. I mean, wo na andar hi rakhti hai, so that, you know, she never likes to show.
She's very balanced.
I think with a lot of girls and guys.
You know what? I'll tell you. I need to add this because I literally recently told her when we were doing the most anticipated episodes. तो
जिसके लिए आज watch party हो रही है.
तो जब उसने perform किया, boss, I said, you know what? Have you realized that dialogue, good writing? You know, I have to give it up to good writing as well. जब उसने वो dialogue बोला, it gave me shivers. You know, as a performer, we were so involved in that scene. You know. We were so there.
After the scene, I was so happy.
And she was exhausted, you know, because I'm like, what? And I was just saying that, I was like, boss, kya kar diya isne? And I look at my creator, she's like, I know. She was like that. So, and I told her this, you know, and I don't know if it was the right thing or wrong.
Sometimes you just need to feel like Anokhi, and every time I dress up like Anokhi, I feel like I am Anokhi, so you don't have to act, you know, it comes out naturally somehow. And about balancing, you know, when you are into the scene, you don't actually have to balance. You know, you're just too involved with the scene and it automatically, you know.
And trigger points होते हैं क्योंकि अगर आपको एक अच्छा actor मिलता है ना, तो काम आसान कर देता है.
Basically, you both are good actors. You both are good actors.
रिवर्ट भी करता है.
तू अपनी तारीफ खुद कर रहे, तुम्हें करने की जरूरत नहीं है, रहने दो.
Wow, यार.
I'm very happy.
But then I should say कि हम दोनों की जितने भी scenes है, every time I get the same kind of revert from his side. So you know, natural हो जाती है फिर चीज़, and you know, अपने आप ही निकल जाता है. He's brilliant. Thank you.
No, you guys are great together. I've seen some of your episodes, not all. I'm sorry, but I have.
What's
seen
the recent one?
Phenomenal. Sorry.
What's the recent one?
I will be watching the watch party tonight. I mean, tonight, tomorrow early morning. But I will be watching our tonight. We're 12 hours behind you, so obviously it will be Friday night for us. But